What is going on, party people? I want to welcome you to week 3 of Facebook ads that actually convert. This week, we're going to be covering how to build Facebook ads that stop people from scrolling. So, we got a couple tips and tricks I think will really help you guys out. So, what we're going to be covering today and what you'll ultimately learn is how to write headlines that convert, how to create hooks, writing solid ad copy, and then choosing images and videos that convert as well. And then I actually have a downloadable asset at the end of the training that you guys could use. It's kind of like a guideline to get everything set up. So why most Facebook ads fail, a lot of times people don't just ignore your ad because they're not interested. They ignore it because it doesn't really catch their attention. Facebook is a platform to where people are already on the platform. So they're doing other things, whether it's looking at videos, looking at pictures. So your ad really has to catch their attention to draw them in. So that's usually why campaigns can fail because it doesn't draw them in enough and keep the people from stopping watching their cat videos and everything. So the first 3 seconds matter the most. As I said, you want to catch their attention, you have 3 seconds to do that. So the main job here is to make somebody stop scrolling. You want them to go in, take a look at your ad, get them interested with the ad copy, the image, and also the headline as well. Then that'll grab their attention. All right. Now, here's this 4-step formula, just to kind of give you guys an idea of like a 30,000 foot overview. First is going to be the hook. So what draws them in, the problem that your solution can solve, your solution. So what you do ultimately, and then your call to action. So it's that 4-step formula that you're going to use to help draw that attention to your campaign. Now, hooks that can get attention. Excuse me. And you can mix and match these, of course. These are going to be tailored more towards Medicare. We do have a lot of guys doing that right now. So you may want to use turning 65 soon. Don't make Medicare a mistake. Tennessee seniors are saving thousands. Most families don't realize until it's too late. Just things to catch their attention. And these hooks are really good ones that you can use. Now, of course, you can get in there and put your own flavor on it, but it gives you some solid things to work off of. All right, now headlines that convert. Get your free Medicare review. See if you qualify for low Medicare costs. Protect your family from final expense. Free final expense quote. Don't leave your family with funeral costs. Okay? Same kind of idea. It's really just about catching their attention. So you want to mix and match these and make sure that all of them align so that it does its ultimate job, which is generate your leads. All right, now writing ad copy. So when it comes to the ad copy, you're not writing stories. So you're not getting really lengthy with your verbiage. You want to be short and sweet. You want to have double space. Well, not double space, but you want to open it up a little bit. You don't want it all bunched together. It's like a paragraph. Make it easy to read. So that's why you want to break it up. Focus on benefits and one clear message. Okay. Here's a little bit of an example here at the bottom. Turning 65 soon. We help seniors compare Medicare plans at no cost. See what options are available for you in your area. Really easy, really straight to the point. Okay. Now, image and videos. These are some things that you really want to keep in mind. You want to use natural looking videos. You want to show people that match your audience. Okay. So depending upon what products you're selling, that'll dictate what type of image that you use. And then you also want it to support your message. Really ninja trick that you can use, have verbiage in your image that reiterates what's mentioned in the headline or the ad copy. That adds a congruency and also gives you another layer of real estate so you can explain about what you do. Now, you don't want to use generic stock images. It's a big no-no. You don't want to do too much text. You don't want to have just straight text. And you don't want to use busy graphics where things are everywhere. Try to keep it really simple. There's a couple of tools out there that you can use, but use the left side as like a guideline. Natural photos, really easy to read, match the audience, and also ninja trick, adding that verbiage in there that reiterates the ad copy in the headline. All right, now building trust quickly. People buy from people that they trust. So include name, local service area, years of experience, customer testimonials, community recognition. So if you have these things, use it. It's a really solid real estate that you can implement on your campaign. So what I would recommend using this is that once they go through the form, so whether they go through the form on Facebook, you want to push them to a booking page. And that's where you'll plug in this additional info so that you can have that face-to-face connection. Because some of you guys may do telesales. And if you have your name, your service areas, your headshot, they can kind of know who they're going to be speaking to when you call. Strong call to action. This puts a bow on the whole process. Never assume people, never assume people know what to do. You want to lay out exactly what you want them to do. Be very specific. Click the blue button below. Click learn more about below. Get your free quote, check your availability. Really simple. You have to do this because if you don't, you won't get people going through the steps or just read it and then they'll move on. All right. Now, common creative mistakes. It's kind of piggybacks on what we talked about earlier, but too much text, weak headlines, no call to action, trying to say everything and then looking like an advertisement. Okay, you want to avoid these, and you see them all the time. You know, you scroll through your feed, you see some really bad ads, and what you want to do is not do what they're doing. All right, now weekly action steps. I always like to give you guys a little bit of homework after going through these trainings, just because I don't want you just sitting back and listening to my handsome voice, looking at me. I want you to have some things that you can use and implement for your business because we're pretty much giving you the playbook so you can generate leads consistently. Now, write 3 headlines. All right. Test 2 hooks. Create 1 image and video. Create your primary text. Launch your creative test. Now, you can do all this literally in 15 minutes. There's at least 1 or 2 tools, AI tools you can use to do the bulk of the bulk of the work here. Now, you might get to go as far as just typing in what you want to say, but use the tools that you have access to so you don't have to spend an hour or 2 hours trying to come up with stuff from scratch. Okay. Even use some of the stuff in the video. Well, in the slide, I'm sorry. All right. Now, next week, optimizing and scaling without wasting money. We're going to be talking about how to bump up your ad spend, how to increase lead flow without wasting a dollar because we want to keep our dollars. We don't want to just donate to Facebook. All right. So we're going to talk about which metrics to focus on, when to scale your budget, how to lower your cost per lead, and how to turn winning ads into consistent lead machines. So we're going to have a whole lot of fun next week. Now, before we wrap up on this, I want to shoot you over this downloadable asset real quick. Because I mentioned at the top of the training, we got a full breakdown of how to access all these details here. Now, as you're going through it, like I said, we got everything in here, you name it. As you're going through it, if you have any questions or anything about the process at all, you can definitely reach out to me. There's a couple different ways you can do that. One is through our Facebook group. So go to Break Free Agent, go to Facebook, type Break Free Agent in the search bar in the top left. Will pop right up. It's the first group that you'll see. You can go to my personal page. It's Christopher T. Kennedy. All right. Website, Break Free Agent Mastermind /home_page. So that's a website if you want to check us out. And then the last thing is going to be our calendar. So this is my personal calendar. So if you want to hop on, have a brief discussion about what you're doing, you know, how we can potentially help. Let's hop on, let's talk about it and see what we can do for you. Look, it was truly a pleasure. Hope you guys enjoy this training. You guys have a good rest of your day, okay?